Hey guys, welcome back to another lunchtime learning special today. My name is Johan Pasala. I'm from Melbourne. And guys, if you don't know who I am, I've got two main gigs in my life. Number one is I'm a state manager for one of the fastest growing logistics companies in the world. And secondly, guys, I'm also a mindset and sales coach, which I help about 4 or 5 students a month to achieve their goals. And if you've got any questions around that, please feel free to, contact me. And I do want to apologize in advance for the level of quality in terms of both voice and video on today's little training session today. It's being done from a car. I've got a very busy day today too, guys. So I thought rather than doing this from my little studio, I thought I'd rather do this online in the car and we can be a bit more intimate. And today, guys, we're going to talk around the subject about, are you guys trying to look rich or do you actually really want to be rich? There are two different things and they are two different concepts. And guys, if you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, if you can like, subscribe and share this content with some family and friends, I'd be truly appreciative, because we're trying to build a larger community full of positive, happy and productive people. And all I want, guys, is for everyone to achieve their goals and dreams and not to be stuck in the system and things like that. So anyway, guys, today we're talking about the subject, are you trying to look rich basically, or do you really want to be rich? So there's a difference. And I believe today there are more people who are trying to look rich, and then the reality is they have no assets behind them. You know, they've got no cash flow coming in. Maybe they've just, earning average income, and they're spending all the money that they generate or taking on bad debt to look rich. And it's a very common theme in today's modern world. And unfortunately, I think one of the most interesting things that has occurred in our lifetime is social media can paint a very false picture about someone's life. So you go online basically, and there's a lot of people now who flaunt their wealth, in quote. And what I mean by that, you see a little image and basically they might be standing there in front of a hot car, all these regular holidays and all these cool fun and things. But you got to ask yourself, do you think it's actually real wealth or fake wealth? You're never going to know. But unfortunately, 90% of the content that you see online when people are flaunting their so-called wealth, they're not actually wealthy. Unfortunately, it's mirrored by debt. They might be renting these vehicles, and usually they're trying to sell a product or a service to make you look like that they're very successful. But the most successful people, guys, are very low key. They drive everyday average cars, and these guys are called your everyday millionaires. They don't try and flaunt anything. But the reality is as well, I know a few people online who have done really well, and worth a lot of money. And I guess those guys there are very consistent with what they put out there in terms of, their work ethics, the businesses that they have, and the things that they do and they operate as a person. And the good thing is also about the internet, you can Google their names and you can really find out how successful they are. So don't get caught up on the lifestyle trap of, trying to look rich so you can fit in to a certain group or community, guys, because real wealth is, number one, it's within, and number two, real wealth is also about you not knowing, that a person is really wealthy. So that's the most important thing I can give you. So the second part, guys, is how do we actually accumulate wealth? Guys, I'm going to really get hard on this subject. We need people to start saving more now than ever before. And you might say to me, Johan, I'd love to start saving, but the reality is I can only save $10 a week and it's not going to make a difference. But the truth is, guys, even if you can start saving $10 or $50 a week, that will make such a big difference to your financial future, because what you're doing right now is creating good financial habits and good financial thinking patterns. Because a lot of people think that you should only start investing and saving once you start earning 6 or 7 figures. But the reality is, I know a lot of people who earn $500,000 a year and don't even have a dollar to their name because they haven't got the financial habits that really you need to instill from day dot. There's no point wearing a $300-400 t-shirt, but you don't even have $300 or $400 saved or invested. It makes absolutely no sense. And you got to ask yourself, guys, are you trying to look rich because you're trying to make people who don't even like you or even care about you, just to impress people that don't even really care about you? if you truly care about yourself, you've got to start investing and saving. And I don't care if it's real estate, shares, keeping it in your bank, whatever the case may be, crypto, whatever you may fancy. But you've got to do some work and you've got to invest and save. And that's what I'm talking about right now. And one of the reasons why, guys, is that the top 5% of the most wealthy people, the secret to their success is simple. They simply invest and save more than what they spend. Poor and the medium class, unfortunately, spend more money than they earn. And they will make every excuse to why they can't save. They've got enough money for Netflix, they've got enough money to buy a coffee, but they don't have enough money to save. And unfortunately, what that does, it tells me more about them than anything. That they don't simply care about themselves or their family. So take control in your life, guys, and be a better person and start investing and saving today. Now, if you really want to be truly successful and wealthy, I think, number one is have a primary job or business that produces enough income, okay? And once you've mastered that skill set over 5 years or 6 years, where you've got a lot of knowledge, you're really quick and you've got systems in place, then maybe look at it, a second job or a side hustle. But, guys, if you need extra money, the simple thing is just to go get a second job. A lot of people don't want to work at the moment. I don't know what it is. You hear the term that I don't want to be a slave. But the reality is, guys, you need money to be free. So get off your backside, guys, and do the extra work. And don't put ego and pride in front of your goals and achievements. So, guys, if you do need any help with this, please reach out. We can divide and we can create a plan to ensure that you reach your goals. Building wealth is not hard. Building wealth is definitely not sexy. It's very, very simple, but it does take a lot of consistency and long-term planning. And this is my other thought, guys, just before we close off in today's training session. We're going to enter a period, I believe, in the next 6 to 12 months where there's going to be a lot of bargains in place, ranging from, cheaper real estate, cheaper shares, and cheaper business opportunities as well, because people are fearful at the moment and they're taking a lot of their money out of the market. And because people don't have emergency funds or savings in their general accounts, they're pulling money out as cost of living has soared. So if you can prepare yourself, even with a bit of cash, there's going to be some opportunities where you can maybe 2 or 3x your money. And this is the only time that you can change the wealth and the trajectory of your family. So, guys, I'm closing off. Like I said, if we can share this content, guys, I'll be much, much appreciative. Apart from that, have an amazing day, have an amazing week, and speak soon.